Good afternoon, Mayor Flanagan, members of the City Council, captains of industry, leaders in education, citizens of Claremore, and our Rogers County commissioners. I announce to you today the state of our city is strong. Our vision is clear. Our destiny is only limited by our time together. Our comprehensive plan envisions our future while builds on the shoulders of pioneers who built our city. Claremore was incorporated in 1883. It was an Indian territory at that time, more than 136 years ago. I'm grateful for the opportunity to serve the citizens of Claremore, working with good political leadership in Mayor Flanagan, our city council members. We have an outstanding management team, business leaders, and community partners, too many to name. In the minutes ahead, you will see the successes of 2018 and hear our future endeavors as we work together collaboratively in the years ahead. Claremore Dreams 2025 is alive and well. We are fulfilling our goals strategically and with the future needs in mind. 2019, the city will explore options for additional water resources to support Claremore Lake. We'll make needed infrastructure improvements to our dam and our intake valves to our water plant. We will also address main water line connections to our water towers to ensure our line breaks are minimal and our connection to our water towers are optimized. I can announce that we have successfully addressed the challenges that we have seen over the many years with our THMs as the DEQ has declared our water to be good and fresh. Frederick Road will be our next major road improvement project, as it will be a major intersection with ODOT's new proposed Highway 20 widening project, which will start at the top of Keatonville Hill and intersect at Interstate I-44 with a new off-ramp. This will be a multi-year project costing many millions of dollars to build, but it will allow for residential and commercial development on the south side of Claremore. The city is still committed to quiet zones, which will improve the quality of life for our citizens and bring that peace that comes from no horn blowing. We are still committed to working with Rogers County and the city of Verdigris to develop a service road on the west side of Route 66 for north-south. We are committed to making our city walker-friendly, and we will continue to build 2 additional miles of sidewalk tying our lake to the university, our parks to our downtown development. The City Council has recently endorsed an electric rate study to compare our electric rates with our surrounding neighbors and to develop options that will allow us to be more competitive with our industrial manufacturing jobs that provide so many jobs for our industrial park. The Expo Center and the Recreation Complex are in their 20th year of use. We will be evaluating their programs and uses of these facilities to determine our future goals and their use. What made good sense 20 years ago when they were first built may not be the same going forward into Claremore 2040. Claremore Lake will see new bathrooms on the hill with a new community pavilion for families to enjoy picnics and family gatherings. We are committed to providing quality customer service in all areas of our city. The electric department continues to address selected maintenance challenges in our buried and overhead electric lines. We have had many conversations and considered issuing a bounty on our number one enemy, the squirrel. To address the power blinks and surges, the debate goes on. The city engineer and public works departments are committed to improving our stormwater system, road improvements with capital dollars well into the millions as we address the needs today and into the future. As was said, economic development is the engine that drives our city. We are not fortunate to have ad valorem property taxes to support us, and so we're driven by sales taxes. Currently, the city generates about $11.3 million in sales tax, which is approximately $375 million in total sales. CETA, under the leadership and support of John Ferry, will assist our development efforts of reaching $500 million in total sales by the year 2023, which will give the city coffers more than $15 million in sales tax support, which is an additional 3.7 that we don't receive today. These dollars will help support us in transportation, capital improvements, our parks, and the running of our police and fire departments. We are confident the dream of a destination shopping plaza will be accomplished as we open the new Country Club Road, bridging east and west Claremore, and the Rogers County citizens entering a new retail development. CETA will also aggressively pursue quality manufacturing jobs, increasing our base, and I put several thousand jobs, as you will hear today. Just in 2018, more than 500 additional new manufacturing jobs have come to Claremore, so John's well on his way of success. We will continue to explore development east of State Highway 20, as we have invested with our partners, the Cherokee Nation, to allow a full-service sewer line to accommodate commercial and residential development east of State Highway 20. As I said earlier, we also anticipate opportunities with a third interchange off Interstate I-44 to open new opportunities for retail growth, improving our position to entice a new major grocery store chain to compete in Claremore as a regional draw. As we talk about additional placemaking and quality of life opportunities for Claremore, the city and the county commission have joined forces, and we formed an arena co-op with the rodeo grounds. The city, working with the Rogers County Commission under the arena co-op, will invest capital dollars and manpower as together we build on the pioneers' traditions of the Will Rogers Stampede Rodeo Grounds. Now in its 73rd year, proudly recognized and honored this past December for the 5th year in a row as the PRCA's best rodeo in America for cities under 50,000. Capital investments for the arena will include a new road into Claremore Lake, efficient sound and lighting, covered seats, a paved parking, sanitary sewer, additional walking trails incorporating the lake with the paths around the arena. The goal of the city and the county in forming the arena co-op is to ensure future rodeo cowboys and cowgirls can enjoy the quality of life established by pioneers of the past, rich in tradition. Now, as my staff has heard me say many a times, a picture's worth 1,000 words. And I've got a PowerPoint presentation here with a couple of videos that will highlight what we've been doing.
Camaraderie that exists with all the stakeholders in Claremore, all pushing in the same direction. We've not had that for a long time. It's created a great deal of synergy in our community, a great deal of excitement, and I think our future, because of that, is very bright.
Been pretty excited about the industry growth in the area, been excited about the increase in population. I'm excited to be part of the growth and what's going on with some of the new leadership in town, some of the new ideas and the restructuring of things that's going on.
We all seem to be going in the same direction rather than having turf wars about who's responsible for what, and it's all moving for a betterment of Claremore.
So the comprehensive plan casts the vision for the community. It not only tells you where the community is going, our best days are ahead of us, but it also tells us how to get there. It joins those partnerships that are so crucial to making it happen. It's not just the city that will make this vision actually come to fruition. It's our nonprofit partners, it's our investors, it's the community as a whole working together to make sure that we can accomplish this vision, this audacious vision for the city of Claremore.
But the real success, a city now with a city manager with vision and truly loves our city, along with a city council that works as a cohesive unit to move Claremore forward.
Well, I think the future is very, very bright.
There's a lot of industry that moves through this town. Oil field, energy, introductions into the aerospace industry, lots of positive things happening.
Well, Claremore has small town charm. It's rich in history. It's unique.
In Claremore, there's stories behind the fabric of our community, and you can tell that when you visit here, and that's something that's timeless, that'll carry us forward, and that is an asset for us in the future.
It's got big opportunity, big offerings, but it's a small town feel.
Its citizens are some of the best in the world.
But what I love most about Claremore is the people.
You know, I can tell you, being a transplant from the Northeast, Jennifer was absolutely correct. Her father was the mayor at the time, and it was because of him and the reception Kathy and I received from the citizens of Claremore that has allowed us to live here the last 7 years and build on the vision and the traditions that came by many of you in this room. So we appreciate that. I'm going to outline our leadership team. I'm going to talk a little bit about our financial overview, and we're going to talk about some highlights of 2018 and going beyond. There is the elected leadership that the citizens of Claremore elect each year, and I'm proud to serve with them. They are men and women of great integrity and vision. Here is the full-time leadership, the men and women that work with me from the administration standpoint. I was a little shocked to see Larry Hughes in a tie, and I saw that he wore one today, so that's good. You know, there's two people that aren't on here that I should probably have, and one is John Feary, our seated executive director. John and I talk every day about economic development, about jobs, and where we're going, and so he is an intricate part of our leadership team and works very, very close, attends our staff meeting and is a good friend and partner. And the other one is Phil Albert. I've kidded with him and said he's a special envoy for the city, and as you could see around his table, he's brought friends and people from outside Claremore, and I appreciate that. He is truly a great friend, and he is a good envoy for the city, ambassador for the city. Our financial overview, as I said in my remarks, in 2018 we collected about $11.3 million in sales tax. We can't use that for operations, but this is how it's spent. 1 cent of those 3 cents that we collect is for streets and infrastructure. Another penny goes to retiring our debt on the Expo Center, wastewater treatment plant, and then the last penny is divided up between police, fire, parks, and capital improvement. So as we get those dollars in, as we bring people to our community, it helps pay for those amenities. Our use tax, as you can see, is going up, and part of that is now that in Oklahoma we're starting to get sales tax from Amazon. So all you folks out there that are buying on the internet, we're still getting your sales tax, so we appreciate that. We hope to see that continue to climb, and as investment from our manufacturers continues to climb, that too will go in the right direction. I put this up here to emphasize that as our city continues to grow and we make capital investments, you know, right now we're about $44 million in debt. We pay our debt down about $5 million a year. Our most recent was the $21 million water plant that was completed. But by the fiscal year 2026, you're going to see we'll be about in half at $19 million. So we are not spending beyond our means. We are balancing our budget each year and doing it responsibly.
2018 was a great year for the community of Claremore. We had advances across the board in the areas of quality of life, infrastructure improvement, and private sector job creation. With the addition of a brand new splash pad, with our annual festivals, Food Truck Thursday, expansion of our bike and walking trails around our lake, and the second year of our Winterfest celebration, which saw thousands of kids come out, enjoy a 60-foot Christmas tree, and be able to ice skate right here in Claremore, Oklahoma. The city has also implemented its long-term plan through infrastructure needs by investing millions of dollars in wastewater, water distribution, sidewalks, and the brand new water treatment plant, which more than doubles our capacity to serve our clients. That, accompanied with 2 brand new miles of roadway at South Haven and Country Club, will ensure better traffic patterns in and around our community. On the economic development front, we've seen an increased investment in this community from both retailers and restaurateurs alike. Whether it's downtown dining or whether it's quick-serve restaurants and brand new shops in and around our community, we have given our patrons more places to enjoy and more places to shop. There has been significant investment from the private sector in the creation of primary jobs. Manufacturers big and small in Claremore, Oklahoma have invested millions of dollars and created almost 500 new jobs in 2018. With the implementation of Claremore Dreams 2025 and the administration's work to implement that plan, we look forward to a 2019 that will be just as, if not more prosperous than our 2018.
I appreciate John being the voiceover on that. You saw our Winter Festival. I am so appreciative for the business community when we called on you to help facilitate that, to go pick up a Christmas tree more than 1,000 miles away pro bono, and to make donations to make that happen. It just warms my heart, and I truly, truly appreciate all of your friendships and your support financially in making that happen. Here's a little clip of the 2 miles of new road that John talked about, which is a goal. Mayor Flanagan and I talked about this. It's the first major road construction probably in the last 30 years that's taken place in the city of Claremore. We talked about sidewalks. I committed last year to putting in 2 miles of sidewalk. This year was 6,886 feet, trying to connect one of our elementary schools. We are committed to continue to do that. Between city funds and CDBG grant funds, we're making that happen. The dam rehabilitation, if you've been out to the lake most recently, you can see that it's much cleaner, it's much aesthetically looking better. Garrett Ball, our city engineer, working with the consulting engineers, are making some needed improvements to that dam so that we'll be able to use it well into the next 50 years. It has served us well, and we're grateful for those leaders that put the lake in. Valley View Sewer Rehab, that was one of our older parts of town. We were having many difficulties with roots getting in between the sanitary sewer lines and causing backups, and 4,500 feet of sewer line going through backyards, and we even had to go under one particular swimming pool. The challenges of doing that are horrendous, and we're grateful we had a good contractor. We found some things that, you think you know what's underground when you go in to do one of these projects, and we found some things that weren't labeled correctly. We continue to address our storm drain challenges. That's a project we did in-house right off of 10th Street. As was said by John, the water plant was completed last year. It took us a little bit longer. It took us about 6 months longer than we had anticipated, but it is serving us well. And as I said in my opening remarks, the challenges we had with the THMs have been resolved, and our water quality is outstanding. As we talked about, there's been new businesses that have come into Claremore. We continue to recruit and expand those and bring those services to our community so that residents can shop Claremore first. That has always been my goal, is to encourage our residents to shop Claremore first. Here are a list of some of the partners we talk about when we deal. They're not all of them, but we're grateful for the Rogers State University and CETA, the Expo Center, the ODOT, You've heard me say the investment from Keatonville Hill to the Interstate 44, they'll spend about $150 million in this part of Rogers County, and it is going to be a big economic boom for the city of Claremore. GRDA, we were their first community to sign on in 1946, and we've had a partnership with them for a long time, Hillcrest, and you know my thoughts about Phil Albert and Pelco. We're working on a new dog park. That's what it's going to look like when it's ultimately built. It is one of those amenities that when we did the town hall meetings with the citizens was a top priority, and we've made it a top priority. We have a location, and that's what it will finally look like at completion. As I said, we received for the 5th year in a row Best Small Rodeo in America for under $50,000. Kathy and I were privileged to be there in Las Vegas, and we will be recognizing them at the end of our meeting today. But we appreciate all that the rodeo has done and those that came before us and their contribution. This is a great community event. Second annual Winterland Festival just has a special place in my heart. I'm grateful for all that you guys do to help support that, both as a community and as business partners. It's a tradition that's only going to build, and we appreciate your support. The downtown mural we built on one of the alleyways, we want to continue to do that. It has been a great attraction. It has been something that other communities have talked to us about, and we are proud of what we're doing in our downtown. 500 new jobs in 2018. We appreciate our manufacturers, and we are encouraged by their continued expansion, and we're encouraged by those that are new to our community that are coming in and they sense the opportunities that Claremore has to offer. We appreciate John's leadership in making this a priority. Our challenge is to make sure that we have graduating seniors that are prepared, that there's workforce development there for them to provide for those jobs. Housing development, we had about 55 new homes built last year. When I spoke to you last year about Claremore Dreams 2025, my goal is that we have 1,000 new homes by the year 2025. So we need to pick up that pace. We're still making it a priority and hope to continue. One of the other major initiatives that took place this past 12 months with Jill Ferentz leading the charge on that has been our comprehensive plan. We have never spent the kind of money we spent on a comprehensive plan and brought in consultants from outside the state of Oklahoma to help us develop that, and Jill has been very, very instrumental. More than 1,800 people have participated in those town hall conversations, either with surveys or meeting at the meetings. This was not cobbled together by people in smoke-filled rooms or back alleys, but they were truly getting out there into the public, having engagements, having conversations, talking about where we want to be in 2040. From that, you will see that we've created 4 districts. We're looking at our downtown Main Street district. We're looking at a corridor on 66. There'll be another district, Will Rogers, going up towards the university. And then the university and the expo center and that area right in there will create its own district as well. And so now that we know where we're going, we will help promote that as we go forward as a city and as developers come to us. You know, it's been my experience over 30 years, when a city has a plan and a comprehensive plan and they know where they're going, it helps to recruit builders and developers and industries to come. Here's a quote that I used last year, and I still believe in it today. Plans and visions don't accomplish work. Gold charts on a wall don't complete projects. It is the men and women of Claremore who get the job done. That is each and every one of you. And I talk about the business community and our partners and all of you. So thank you.
Thank you, Jim. Next up, we have Mayor Bill Flanagan. He's lived in Claremore since 1973. For 35 years, he owned and operated a small public accounting firm. Mayor Flanagan served 18 years on the Claremore Park Board, during which time the board received national recognition for their community accomplishments. In 2004, Mayor Flanagan was named Claremore Citizen of the Year for his contributions to the city of Claremore, and in 2014 received a Career Achievement Award from the Claremore Chamber of Commerce. He served on the Board of Trustees for Rogers State University Foundation and served as board chairman for 21 years for Hope Harbor Children's Home. Mayor Flanagan also served in the United States Army as an officer. He holds a bachelor's degree from Southeastern Oklahoma State University. He and his wife Lou have 3 grown children and 4 grandchildren. Mayor Flanagan currently serves on 2 state boards, the Oklahoma State Board of Education and the Oklahoma Council of Public Affairs. Mayor Flanagan has served as mayor of Claremore since 2013 and previously served on the city council. He sees the big picture for Claremore, and his comments about MST Manufacturing choosing Claremore were spot on, and I quote, "Claremore history is rich with contributions for the manufacturing industry. The fact that companies such as MST continue to choose Claremore as home is a true testament to our city's willingness and commitment to help businesses achieve their greatest potential. We are excited to see our city businesses prosper." As chairman of the chamber, representing over 375 local businesses, we are appreciative of the continued efforts to grow Claremore and to keep making it attractive for businesses to thrive. Please join me in welcoming the Honorable Bill Flanagan, Mayor of the City of Claremore.
Very good crowd today. I want to thank the Chamber for hosting us today, and I want to thank each and every one of you to get out in this weather to come and listen to us today. And I know you're as proud of Claremore as I am, and I congratulate you. I'd like to visit with you today about what's working, and what our vision is for the future. Our City Council and City Administration are working well together. And I'm pleased that I am pleased of our efforts. We do not always agree, but at the end of the day, what's best for Claremore is the decision we all accept and work with. Our decision of the council and the mayor is a consensus. No one person controls the city. We control it truly as a team. And regarding our financial status, we recently received our audit report for the period ending June 30th, 2018. It shows that we're financially strong and in good shape for the future. We are substantially making capital investments last year, and we continue to plan in the future. Our revenues are stable, our expenses are controlled, and we're reducing debt at $4.5 million a year. So we're living well within our means. Plus, we have an investment in capital expenditures of more than $3 million a year from existing revenues. It's important, an aspect of a well-functioning city is the ability to partner with other entities. I feel that we've been a major contributor to our success in recent history. Our communication and our partnerships have never been this strong. We continue to work effectively with the Rogers County Commission. Hillcrest, major investment in our healthcare industry here in Claremore. We have other providers. We recently provided a new cancer center that brought state-of-the-art equipment to our Claremore, not only for our citizens here, but for the region. Our school system, our public school system in Rogers State University, the Cherokee Nation and other tribal entities, law enforcement and fire departments. Environment has completely changed in the last 5 years in law enforcement. We appreciate their duty and their service to the community. City and county planning, judicial system, the state of Oklahoma, the federal government. These are always a working process and require an effective communication at all levels. But in moving forward, as always, transportation issues continue to be a high priority. As Jim mentioned, planning on the south Highway 20 will be our first overpass that covers the train and Highway 66. In addition, a new turnpike gate will be constructed as part of the new road system. And the city has begun the planning for the engineering of these roadways. Our objective is to have these roadways connected to the prepared, finished, and complete, so that when the state builds and the Turnpike Authority builds the new roadways, they connect into our roads. We don't have to tear anything up or anything else. We're going to be ahead of them, and we'll have a well-functioning road when that project is completed. And it's a big deal. It's a tune of about $50 million just in our area. In regards to infrastructure, we're almost finished with the replacement of the Valley View sewer line. Current sewer line is approximately 60 to 70 years old and is constructed out of clay pipe. We're replacing the clay pipe with a new innovative techniques. This project is a huge project costing approximately $500,000, which will extend us another 30 to 40 years in life to those facilities, for those people. We currently are investing $370,000 in obtaining new technology for our street lights, our stop lights, which are substantially improve the flow of traffic and help us with our railroad problems. That project will be completed in about May of this year. We've invested in the purchase of an additional 30 acres of land for the expansion of our industrial park. The City and Economic and Industrial Development Authority continues to work on the recruitment of new businesses, which they've told you about today with MST, retention of existing businesses, and we continue to work on workforce development with our partners, the public schools and the technology centers. We currently have more jobs than we have people to fill them. We continue to make investments in our police and fire departments for continued safety of our citizens and our community. $2 million was invested in public safety and equipment this year. We will continue to make investment in our utilities, which increase the reliability and the service each year. Currently, we have 24 public improvement projects in design, construction, or bid out with approximately $3 million. Some of those projects would be major improvements to our Claremore Dam. The first improvement to that dam in 30 years. The water intake for that dam, the current one, only half of it works, and we're going to redesign the intake in the lakes. We have a drainage project on Rivas Road and continued multiple years of mileage on sidewalks. Our future also includes continued improvement of our alleyways, which include more murals like the illustration of North Park Common by Claremore's own John Hammer. Main Street continues to attract new businesses and make improvements in restoring and refurbishing the historical buildings, supporting our merchants, business owners, restaurants, and bringing new capital to our downtown area, which is very beneficial to our community. Recently, through private donation, Music on Main was installed to make downtown experience more enjoyable for shopping and dining. Along the way, we find museums and continue to market Highway 66 in the hope to make Claremore a destination city. Our faith-based community and many other effective nonprofits, organizations continue to help us serve more citizens with special problems and special needs. Our city continues to invest in our employees, hardworking people, and in your community to make this now the best city and in the future. Would everybody that works for the city stand up, including the police and fire? On behalf of myself and the council, we want to thank you for the service you do to the community. Now would all the city council people stand up that are serving? Again, on behalf of myself and Jim, we want to thank you for the service you're doing for our community. It's truly been appreciation of a privilege here to serve as your mayor this last year. I want to thank each one of you for your support, and because you helped make this the great city it is. Without you, this would not be the same place. And thank you, and we're ready for questions in a little bit. Thank you.